I'm the Hooded Lid and welcome to my channel. It is time to talk about spring perfumes because spring is here. It's here where I am. It's sunny, the sky is blue, the mornings are chilly, the evenings are chilly, and sometimes the days are chilly by our standards, but it's here. I started to prepare for this video a couple of weeks ago and pulled out some perfumes and pulled out a lot more than I thought I might. It turns out I really love spring perfumes and I always thought I was a fall-winter girl. Well, I am a fall-winter girl, but I have a lot of spring scents that are really worth sharing. So I've decided to do 3 videos. The first one is today. Today I want to do something that is a transition from winter to spring, because even though the weather here is quite lovely, I know in many places in the United States it might still be very cold. There could be snow on the ground, and I think when you live in regions like that, you kind of need that spring fragrance more because you've had months and months of gray skies, and I think people can get a little depressed and start to crave the hope of spring. I think, well, we'll talk more about spring later, right? So what I have here are a couple of things that will transition very well, and let's get started. This is CHAMPACA by Ormonde Jayne. This is based on the champaca flower, and while it's a floral, it's not a heady floral. It is warm and a little bit thick, a little bit chewy, which is why I think it would be a great transition in areas where you're still really chilly. For me, it's great right now too. It's not something I personally would wear in the summer though because of that little bit of warmth in it. Let me tell you a little about it. CHAMPACA came out in 2002, and it's Giza Schoen and Linda Pilkington who were the nose. Linda Pilkington is the owner of Ormonde Jayne. The top notes are neroli, pink pepper, and bamboo. The heart notes are champaca, freesia, and basmati notes. And the base notes are myrrh, green tea, and musk. It's really long-lasting and has a little bit of sweetness to it. While it has that floral nature, it's not a white floral. There's no indoles in here, and it's not loud. So we're not looking at orange blossom or magnolia or tuberose or gardenia. It is a sweet but not quite innocent floral. So I think of lilac as an innocent floral. This is a little bit more bold, but overall I wouldn't say that it's a bold fragrance. I think it's a perfect daily fragrance. And I've never smelled anything quite like this. We've all smelled fragrances that have green tea in them and they just smell like, you know, the same. This, I can't say I've ever smelled anything quite like this. It's not so unique that it challenges you, but it is unique. It is special, I find it to be. And I think it has enough warmth in the body of it to be a great transition. It's not too cold. It's not too mundane. It's not too like everything else, but it's not going to offend anybody. Even if you spray a lot of it, I don't think it's going to have a big throw about it. People aren't going to smell this, you know, at 15 paces. But if you put a lot on, they will get it at 6 paces. And that would be a shame because the real charm for this is the dry down. The dry down, it becomes a lovely skin scent. It almost smells like your skin, but better. It's really, really lovely, great for spring, and well worth taking a sniff. This is A Quiet Morning by Miller et Bertaux. I'm pronouncing it wrong. I will put it down here. And I had 100 ml of this, and I think I took 20 ml for myself and sold the bottle because I just wasn't going to it too much. And the reason I wasn't going to it too much is this is a little bit challenging. It's lovely and it's interesting and it takes you on a journey. But for me, it's something you really, really have to be in the mood for. Let me tell you a little bit about it. This is the PR, or else it's a review from someplace. Dedicated to Eternal India, A Quiet Morning captures the opulence of saffron and turmeric. Basmati rice and palm flour give this Miller et Bertaux creation its mysterious and wonderfully strange character, a bewitching fragrance with woody overtures and intoxicating spices from far away. Notes: orange blossom, cinnamon, palm flower, I don't know what palm flower smells like, but I can't say I get a lot of orange blossom in the top or anywhere. It might be in there to kind of temper the spices. Saffron, turmeric, and basmati rice, again. Sandalwood, patchouli, cedar, and vetiver. I am a big fan of sandalwood. I can't say I'm getting that. I can absolutely see the vetiver in here. I don't smell it, but I can see how it would be in here because vetiver has an arid quality to it, and so does this. I accidentally put this on. I had another decant I was trying on, and I thought, I don't remember this being super spicy. What's going on here? And it took me a few minutes to realize that I put on A Quiet Morning. It's very, very spicy, but what's so interesting about it is it's not an Oriental. Most Orientals, you can put them in the brunette category and the blonde category, and most of them are brunettes. They're balsamic. They're chewy and deep and warm. This is as if those bottom notes were taken out, and it's just the spice. But it is a cool spice, which is why it's so great in spring and so great in summer. So what I end up feeling like, it's not mentioned here, but it has that cold medicinal sense that oud gives. And this smells very oud. This to me would be like oud and spiciness. I love saffron, and saffron could be giving it that cool nature. That's one of the reasons I love saffron. Turmeric, I've never paid attention to what it smells like. I know what it tastes like. And palm flower, I don't know either. But I can tell you, this is very unique, and it can be meditative, but it's engaging at the same time because of the spiciness. It does grab you. It wears pretty much the same all day. Towards the end of the day, when the spices are quieted down, it's a lovely little skin scent. And it's worth noting that this is absolutely unisex. There is no sweetness in this at all. It's not a big fat floral. And I would venture to guess it's almost trisex. I'm sure that's not a word, but women can wear this, men can wear this, and I think your curtains can wear it too. If you like this, you would want your room to smell like this, sometimes at least. It's lovely. It really is. It's just for me personally, not something I want to wear every day, but you might. Very interesting scent and well worth taking a look. I have another decant. This story is a little bit different. Let me tell you about the perfume first. This is Comme de Garcons, Eau de Parfum. And in quotes, it says, a new perfume. I'm not sure if that's really the name. Came out in 2002. I couldn't find the perfumer for this or for The Quiet Morning. I couldn't even find out the year for this Quiet Morning. The notes are aldehydes. I can't pronounce the next word, so I will put it right here. Hawthorn, lilac flower, oxides, industrial glue, everybody's favorite in perfume. Brown sticky tape, everyone's second favorite in perfume. Musk and Strax. Okay, Comme de Garcons loves novelty, and they love marketing novelty. This is their thing, and a lot of their scents are pretty simple. They're pretty linear, and if you like that linear thing, like boom, this is one thing and one thing only, that's great. In fact, their floral series, you have the lily and you have carnation, and that's exactly what they smell like. Now, I'm not saying there's one note in there. There's probably 80 notes in there, but it smells like a Soivohle. Some words are hard for me. This one does not. This is kind of a breakaway for them. This is complicated and interesting and takes you on a journey, and that journey is beautiful. It's so, so pretty. It comes in a weird glass bottle. The bottle is kind of amorphous with rounded areas, and to me it kind of reminded me a little bit of a tooth, and unfortunately it broke. You know, the glass isn't the same thickness all over. It's not like a L'Artisan bottle. That drops a few feet, you're fine. This drops a few feet, you're not fine. By a few feet, really, a foot. And when it broke, it kind of broke in half like this. So I had some juice in this side and some juice in this side, and at that time I was doing a lot of swapping on makeup at Alley, and I had a bunch of these, and I had some syringes, and I saved some. So I think I got about 30 ml left. And I'm so glad that I did. This is predominantly, to me, hawthorn. So forget about the tape and the glue and all their weird marketing stuff. For me, it is light, airy, absolutely perfection for spring. It is floral, the hawthorn, but there is nothing indolic, there's nothing heavy. It is transparent and gossamer, but it is not thin. And it does move a little bit. And again, at the end of the day, it's a gorgeous, beautiful skin scent. This is what you want to smell like, kind of all over your body, really. So this still is in production. I think you can get it at Lucky Scent or Scent Bar, but try online. So, so beautiful. Yum. Great for spring. And then the final one I wanted to bring to you is from a very indie brand. I am familiar with maybe 3, 4 pretty indie brands. Some of them might be available in brick and mortars, but the one I'm talking about today is not. So you have to go online. Now this is another one that I think would be very good for transition because it's surprisingly warm. The company is Soivohle, and it is called Lilacs and Heliotrope. Now, because it's an indie brand, it's not like you can get a sniff before you buy it, right? But you can buy something pretty small, so you're not making a huge commitment. And I'm kind of glad I did. I love heliotrope. I love lilac. So I was thinking I was going to get something cooling and watery and spring, and I didn't quite get that. This is very unusual scent. Yes, there's lilac in here, but there's a sweetness about this. This has an edge, a little bit more than an edge, of a gourmand, which is kind of unusual. But I can't think of any spring gourmands, but gourmand isn't my thing. I picture in my head a table with a bunch of lilacs and then a couple of heliotrope flowers, and then about 3 feet away a bowl of macerated cherries. And that syrupy and that sweetness and cherryness is in here. It reminds me of a Middle Eastern candy that I can't remember the name of. It's not exactly like that, but it has that nature to it. Let me read you the notes. Again, this is another one where actually I couldn't find the notes online, and I couldn't find out the year it came out, but Liz Zorn is the owner of Soivohle, and she is the perfumer, so that's all I can tell you about it. And the reason I bring it up, it's not something that I love, love, love. It's something for once in a while, but if you love gourmands, this might be something to check out. I think this is maybe 5 ml. Buy 5 ml, and while you're on the site, look to see if there's anything else out there. Just support the indies a little bit once in a while. You'll never smell like anybody else when you do that. If that's very important to you, the indies are the way to go. And I'm going to bring some more indies into the mix for this little series. And that's wrapping it up for me today for some transition shades from winter into spring. We have CHAMPACA, which is a warm floral. We have the Comme de Garcons. It is a transparent, cool floral, just gorgeous. We have the Quiet Morning, which is a spicy, transparent, cool, oudish kind of a scent. I'm not getting any floral out of that. And another warm floral that is quite sweet, and it has a cherry overture to it. And I think I kind of hit a bunch of spots here with this one. I hope you agree. For the next video, I am going to be going into straight up florals because spring is about florals. It's about renewal. It's about the snow and the ice melting, and everything you thought was dead is coming back to life. It's such an amazing time for the senses. You know, you've been looking at gray skies for months. You're seeing a blue sky and puffy white clouds, and there's a beautiful breeze that just brings the scent of everything blooming in your area. For me, that's Datura, a little bit later, which smells insane, and orange blossom and lime blossom, and just jasmine will be soon, and I love that. Yeah, so next time we're going to be looking at florals. I hope this was helpful. I hope I might have given you some ideas for some things to look at, turned you on to a couple of things you haven't heard of before, and I hope you come back again. In the meantime, I'm wishing you a great day, and spring is on the way. Do not despair. Bye.